know this topic right here don't really got nothing to do with boxing, but in a sense it does, because this thing that happened not too long ago, a few days ago, is pretty much a knockout blow for common sense. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the sub loss, the submarine that was lost at sea going to visit the damn Titanic. Let me say this, man. There is something called common sense that humans are supposed to have as they grow up. You gain common sense. And apparently, these dudes didn't have common sense. Now, am I upset that people lost their life? Absolutely. My condolences to the families. But listen, who's responsible for this? The CEO of Oceangate, Stockton Rush. He's the ultimate one responsible, but so are the ones that got in the boat and into the submarine. They had to, nobody forced them to get into that submarine, bro. First of all, listen, for those that don't know, the Titanic is 400 miles out into the ocean off the coast of Canada. And I think it's about 500 miles off the coast of New York City. It's dead smack in the middle of the Atlantic, 12,800 feet deep. Yeah, 12,000 feet. Do y'all understand how deep that is? That is 2.5 miles. If you don't understand, if you want to get a good gauge on how deep that is, next time you're driving in your car, the mileage meter, put it to 0 and drive 2.5 miles, and you'll see how long it takes you to drive 2 miles. That is how deep these guys were in the water. Now, this submarine did a few missions down there already with Stockton Rush, who's the CEO. And the guy is kind of nuts, if you really ask me, because this Stockton Rush dude, he already was on camera saying he don't want to hire certain people. He wants to hire inexperienced people. He doesn't want to hire people that have marine backgrounds. Like, are you nuts? Are you nuts? And he wanted to it was this thing where he wanted to limit the communication when he's down there, because he was getting tired of being interrupted by the people that's supposed to help him in case something goes wrong. Yeah, he wanted to cut communication because he wanted to enjoy his ride to the Titanic. And listen, man, I think the dude was a little nutsy, you know what I mean? And unfortunately, those other people, they went down with it. They paid 250 stacks to take a ride to their own demise, bro, to a watery grave. That's what happened to them. Now, I said Stockton Rush, it's his fault, because it is kind of his fault, because, I mean, the submarine, even I watched some videos on it. There's people that's experts in this stuff and said carbon fiber doesn't do well for too long in these kind of environments, okay? Carbon fiber is not good for under pressure anyway. They used to use it on certain rocket components, I believe, and they stopped using it for a reason. So if they stop using it for fucking rockets, what make you think it's good to use on a fucking submarine, dude? And the way they slapped together that damn thing, you couldn't bolt, you're bolted in, dude. That alone, ain't no way in hell I'm getting into no damn submarine and I can't get out if something go wrong. Like, okay, well, is there a way I can try to get the fuck out? Or I know, listen, I know if something go wrong down there, it's pretty much a wrap for whoever. But damn, just the thought that even though I can't, even if I was able to get out, I would die. But just the thought that I'm bolted in, that's even worse. I can't get out at all. I'm bolted in. Suppose we're able to get back to the surface. What if I want to get out? You know, that was terrible, man. That was a bad design, dude. And not to mention, he got components from that to build the sub from Camp World. And when I read that they used a modified PlayStation controller, I said, oh my gosh, it's a wrap. These dudes, there's no way in hell I'm getting in some submarine that's controlled by a damn PlayStation controller, dude. Back to common sense. Common sense. So these people are gone for no reason. Not Stockton Rush. He asked for it because the dude was eccentric. But at the same time, they had to sign a waiver. These people knew what they signed up for. There was a disclaimer like, yo, listen, if you get in this, there's a chance you might die. They said, well, I don't care. I want to see the Titanic. Bruh, why you want to see the Titanic for? Leave them people alone. Do you know people died down there? It could be another thing. That could be cursed. Those people died. There's people that died on that boat down there, dude. The Titanic been down there for almost damn near 100 years. Leave it alone. You want to see the Titanic? There's videos. There's pictures of the wreckage. Why the hell do you want to see it up close? You ain't gonna get out and touch it. So if you're just looking at it through a fucking glass, you could do the same thing on your TV screen. Back to common sense. This was a knockout for common fucking sense. Not to mention, let me throw this in here real quick. There was just a boat that capsized off the coast of Greece. 600 bodies floating in the water right now. You don't hardly hear the media talking about that at all. But yet, these dudes here that were down there for bullshit, they weren't trying to escape for a better life or nothing. Everybody, the whole world drops what they're doing to worry about these dudes. But it seems like nobody care about those migrants that pretty much are they're dead. A lot of them, some of them survived, most died. Like I said, here's a thought, people. If you gotta wear a helmet somewhere in order to breathe, keep your asses out of there. You gotta wear a helmet and get out of space. You don't belong in space. We don't belong in the ocean. We are humans. Humans have lungs. Fish have gills. Fish don't need helmet. Fish are fine. Fish out of water is like a human in water. Human need scuba tank. Human need depressurized submarine to breathe and to live. You don't belong down there. Spaceships have blown up. Keep y'all asses here on Earth. That's where you belong. Just rebel like boxing. Let me know what you think. Catch y'all later.